Welcome to the tutorial on viewing patient summaries. From within the Cerner Power Chart application, once you have selected a patient from a list, or searched for and selected a specific patient, that patient's electronic health record, or Power Chart, opens to the Patient Summaries window. The patient name will always appear on the Patient tab, with the patient header information in 2 rows across the top of the page. It is possible to have multiple patient power charts open at the same time, so this header area identifies which patient is currently in focus. Click on the Patient Name tab to switch between patient power charts. Also note that there are some quick links contained within the patient header area, which, if selected, trigger a pop-up box to appear with additional information. Use the X on the top right corner of the box to close it. 2 tabs are located on the upper left of the Patient Summaries window. One displays the patient's ambulatory summary, and the other displays the patient's inpatient summary. Each summary tab contains detailed views of specific categories within the power chart. These categories are discussed in more detail in specific tutorials. If you have navigated away from the patient summary window and need to find it again, from any page within Power Chart, click on the Menu tab on the extreme left of the window beneath the patient title bar and select Patient Summaries. To help as you learn to navigate the Power Chart, you may find it beneficial to leave the menu open. With the menu open, click on the thumbtack on the right side of the menu title bar, which will pin the menu to the window and keep it open. Once you are more comfortable with navigation, again click the thumbtack to unpin the menu, causing it to automatically hide. The menu always remains available by clicking on the Menu tab. The Refresh button, located at the top right above the Patient Summaries window, should be used often when within a patient's power chart, as nursing monitoring data, medication administration, laboratory and other diagnostic testing results, etc., flow into the power chart in real time. Hovering over a Summary tab will also prompt the system to display a tooltip indicating the time the information was last refreshed. Let's review the information available in the Patient Information category in order to have a sense of the duration of the patient's power chart and better context for the information contained within the inpatient summary. Use your mouse to hover over the Patient Information category title bar. The pointer changes from an arrow to a hand, and a tooltip displays the tip Go to Patient Information tab. The title becomes underlined. Left-click on the title, and the window now contains Patient Information. Note that the patient header area has not changed. The first tab contains demographics information for the patient in focus. The third tab, PPR Summary, is the Patient-Provider Relationship Summary page. This tab displays a patient's relationships with healthcare providers known to the system. The default view displays all relationships. The second tab contains a list of all the patient's visits, both inpatient and outpatient, which have been recorded within the power chart. Because the environment is shared by multiple hospitals, these patient visits could have occurred in such places as Huntsville, Bracebridge, Owen Sound, Meaford, Hanover, etc., and Orillia as of fall 2016. Below the visit grid, additional information about the visit is displayed. Regardless of the patient summary that had initially been selected, ambulatory or inpatient, all of the patient's visits appear within this grid. The visit grid is sorted with the most recent visit appearing on the top. If there are more rows than can appear within the grid, the system will add an up-down scroll bar on the right side of the grid. Similarly, if all of the columns do not appear within the grid, the system will add a left-right scroll bar on the bottom. Use the scroll bars to review any hidden information. Note the dates associated with the visit on the first row of the grid and the dates associated with the visit on the last row. This gives you the context for information contained in the current patient's power chart. In order to make the most of your power chart experience, it is possible for you to customize the way the patient summary appears so that the information you feel is most pertinent is most visible for you. Once you have customized a patient summary tab, those customizations carry over to other patient power charts. Please note that the ambulatory summary tab must be customized separately from the inpatient summary tab. On the top right of the window, parallel with the two summary tabs, click the drop-down arrow beside the Customize icon. From this menu, the most useful tool is the drag and drop selection. By clicking on this feature, you have the ability to change the location of the categories that display on the screen. This feature can be turned off by reselecting it or by navigating away from this page. Each category title bar has a Customize icon to indicate if you would like a particular category to remain open, expanded, or closed, collapsed in your default view. Regardless of how a particular category has been set, you can always open it if it is closed, or close it if it's open. This feature is accessed by the button to the right of the Customize icon on each category title bar. Within the Customize icon, you can also change the color of the selected category. Choose a new color for any selected category. Most categories include a second row beneath the title bar that indicates where the data is being drawn from for that category. These are known as the look-back ranges. For some categories, like measurements and weights, the category indicates Selected Visit, and there is no opportunity to change. For other categories, like home medications, the category indicates All Visits, and there again is no opportunity to change. For still other categories, however, like monitoring data, there is a dark blue arrow that appears beside the Selected Visit indicator. Click the arrow to see the other options that exist. Please note that changing the filter for any particular category does not change the filter for any others. Also note that a screen refresh will remove this filter and set it back to default. Now that we have completed customization of the Inpatient Summary tab, let's have a look at the Ambulatory Summary tab. Note that customizations made on the previous tab do not appear here. Once you customize this tab, however, those customizations will remain with your user ID so that regardless of which computer you use, your preferences persist. Remember, these customizations do carry over to all other patient power charts. But if you have just made the change, you may need to select the Refresh button in order to see them. This concludes our tutorial on viewing patient summaries.